Hi, I'm Randy Williams, and I'm back again in this third part of the Advanced Two-Man Drills and Training Methods tape to share some more of the drills that you can do for timing, trapping, speed, as well as some of the training methods to develop more stamina, strength, endurance, to help you improve your techniques. Some of the training methods that I use here are going to probably be a little bit different for you, and some of them are not exactly classical Wing Chun exercises. But what I've done is, being a little bit creative, I've taken some of the principles and techniques and practiced them in sort of a 90s way to help emphasize certain things in the motions, to bring out certain types of strength or certain bits of snap in your techniques. So when you see some of the ways that I practice, they're not necessarily part of Wing Chun Kung Fu as it has been practiced for 300 years, but certainly derived from those practice methods and maybe even a little bit of an improvement on some of them.
Siu Lim Tao, or the Little Idea, is the first form, or Chun, of the Wing Chun system. The term Little Idea can be interpreted in more than one way, as is true of many Chinese terms, which are represented by characters called ideograms, themselves reflecting an idea rather than a syllable or sound fragment, as do letters in the English language. One interpretation of the term Little Idea is that the form contains many principles or ideas which can be used individually in limitless extrapolations or can be intermixed to create entirely new offspring techniques. A thorough understanding of these underlying principles hidden within the form will give the Wing Chun student a solid foundation in the system. It is very important that these principles are mastered, as they are the basis on which the system is built. Understanding only the individual techniques as they appear in the form will give the student only a finite number of motions to work with, whereas an understanding of the principles that make the machine run will lead the student to a deeper comprehension and in turn to multiple applications and unending combinations of those ideas. A fighter needs only know how the techniques work, but a true master of the system knows why they work as well. The fighter can be compared to a race driver. His reactions must be fast and coordinated under pressure, and he must be able to perform the task without wasting time thinking. The true master is more like the mechanic who makes the car run and understands all its complex workings and intricacies, although he did not design the car himself. The difference is the mechanic knows what makes the machine run, which implies that he also can drive, but the driver doesn't necessarily know the workings of the car as well as his mechanic. In Wing Chun, we need the knowledge of the experienced mechanic with the skill and reactions of the race driver. Another way of interpreting the term Little Idea comes from a looser translation of the Chinese ideograms. The word siu means small, but can also be interpreted to mean to diminish, to lessen. Lim means thought or idea, and Tao means the head, but can also imply the mind. Thus, the second translation reads, diminishing thought in the mind, implying that as our skill level advances, we do less and less thinking with the mind and more thinking or reacting with the limbs and body. Wing Chun is full of concepts such as these. There is much deep meaning, and there are many ways of looking at different aspects of theory and application throughout the system. Yet another possible interpretation of the term Little Idea refers to the way one small idea, emptying the mind, can overcome all the big ideas, distractions and extraneous thought not directly related to the task at hand, enabling the trainee to concentrate more clearly on perfection of the form, as well as paving the way for development of succeeding internal qualities. The Siu Lim Tao form is made up of 3 parts, and like all Wing Chun forms, is comprised of 108 motions. As you learn more about the system, you will find that the number 3 and the number 108 appear quite a few times within the structure of the forms. In part 1 of Siu Lim Tao, most of the motions are performed at a very slow speed. For maximum benefit, the execution of the entire form should take from 45 minutes to 1 hour to complete. This is done for a number of reasons. Firstly, during the beginning phase of Wing Chun training, much importance is placed on proper structure of the individual techniques. Structure in this case means the exact correct position, the exact correct motion done at the exact correct level and speed, as determined by guidelines set by the Siu Lim Tao. When learning to drive, we do not go full speed, but instead go rather slowly until confidence is built and all the necessary skills have been honed. It is of utmost importance that the structure of every motion, no matter how simple or insignificant it may appear, is perfected in the form. Only when this level of development is reached can a high-speed version of any motion be employed properly. Think of your Siu Lim Tao practice as the programming stage of your own personal computer. Like a computer, your output is only as good as the information programmed into it at the outset. If any error, regardless of how minute, is programmed into a computer, it will compound itself and snowball into a huge error by the time it has been multiplied repeatedly. The same applies to any structural defect in Siu Lim Tao. But like the computer, if the programming was done correctly at slow speed, the resulting data will come out at high speed with absolute accuracy. Another reason for the slow speed of Part 1 is to help the student develop the internal skills of sinking and stillness. Moving the arms and hands slowly while standing firmly rooted in the Yi-Ji Kim-Young-Ma, the basic pigeon-toed middle horse stance, strengthens the legs and provides the correct posture for the development of He-Gong, internal energy. This development is aided by the correct breathing method coupled with the correct idea in mind. Other qualities such as mind clearing, patience, calmness, and relaxation in motion are brought out by the slow Siulim Tao training. These attributes are called internal in nature, whereas technique, power, timing, and angle structure relate to the external or more physical side. Lastly, the slow portion of Part 1 is a time for reflection upon the concepts and principles at work in its motions. When practicing a long Siulim Tao, it is best to practice with bare feet on a level, natural surface such as grass. Once the student has achieved proficiency in the Siulim Tao, he or she then progresses to the second hand form of the system. This form is called Chum-Kyu, meaning searching for the bridge, but can also be interpreted as sinking bridge, which is a homophone in Chinese. The bridge referred to is taken to mean contact between two persons, but more specifically, the forearm. In the Chum-Kyu form, the student is formally introduced to the concept of stance pivoting and a variety of combination stance work exercises based on the 5 moving stances taught at the previous level. He is also instructed in greater detail about the centerline theory as pertains to the horizontal elbow level motherline, blocking, and attacking lines. The eyes are trained in Chum-Kyu to focus quickly, and there is more emphasis on the development of power, both externally in the form of torquing, as well as internally through learning to flow the qi, or internal energy, smoothly to various parts of the body. The student at Chum-Kyu level is also trained in some of the kicking techniques of the system, which are characterized by their shortness and speed. An old proverb about these kicks says, "Gyuk mo hoi fat," meaning a kick never misses. Wing Chun kicks rarely go above waist level and never above chest level. This is due to the economical structure of the system and the inherent danger of raising the foot during combat, an action which automatically temporarily immobilizes the kicker. Wing Chun kicks can be executed with a block, strike, or trap, or any combination of the two. To develop this skill, the student is instructed to practice some of the drills taught earlier with kicks inserted at strategic points in the repetitive drilling cycle. Once the student has mastered the Siulim Tao and Chum Kyu forms, and after the first 60 motions of the wooden dummy can be executed smoothly with power and proper structure, the student becomes eligible for consideration to be taught the Biuji or shooting fingers form, which even in today's modern society is still considered to be a privilege to be shown by many Wing Chun masters. As another old Wing Chun proverb goes, Biuji chut mun, the shooting fingers form does not go out the door, meaning that outsiders are not to be shown its secrets. Nowadays, some masters are opening up more and more in the interest of spreading the art. This is very fortunate for those of us who would not otherwise be able to appreciate its highly sophisticated and technical wonder. Besides having completed the necessary prerequisites of Siulim Tao and Chum Kyu, along with all the related drills and techniques, he must also be worthy of such knowledge and have consistently displayed the sense of responsibility required. This means not only self-control and trustworthiness, but patience, loyalty to the school, and the ability to get along with fellow students, abstaining from fighting or otherwise misusing the knowledge of Wing Chun concepts and principles. If the instructor feels that the student has met these criteria, he or she will be invited to join a select group of the school's top students to train at a higher level. Other areas of Biuji development are the internal and external exercises known as Heigong and Titsa Jiang, which is iron palm. The former trains and improves the ability to circulate and direct the flow of qi, resulting in more powerful and explosive technique, while the latter develops the bones, muscles, tendons, and blood vessels of the hands to strengthen and toughen them. This is important because, by Biuji level, the student is able to generate a substantial amount of whipping power with the hands, and they must be strong enough to withstand the impact of their own potential power. Biuji students are encouraged to delve more deeply into the theories behind the system and to prepare themselves to become instructors of the art. This implies that they must be completely familiar with all aspects of Wing Chun, both physical and mental, as well as having developed spiritually. A true master of Wing Chun should be compassionate, helping the disabled, the elderly, and the poor. He or she must be knowledgeable, humble, respectful, and nonviolent, setting a proper example to all Wing Chun students.
All right, what I'm going to show next is a training method that I've developed for getting a little bit more snap in the movements of your form. I call it the 108 because what I do is I take small sequences from the form and I practice them over and over 108 times. What I'll do is try and go as fast as I can for the first 100 and get as much whip power as I can, and then do the last 8 as slowly and perfectly as I can. So what happens is you get so tired that you stop using muscle and you start whipping your hands rather than muscling the movements. So it really does smooth out your forms quite a bit. And if you're the type of guy that only does your Siulim Tao form once a week, then if you do it 108 times in a day, you've just done 2 years worth. So you can take a couple years off. All right, now, the various sequences that I practice, the very first one I do will be like this, the Hoi 6 sequence. What I'll do here is cross left over right, roll, and pull. Cross right over left, roll, and pull. So it'd be left over right, roll, pull, right over left, roll, pull. Now I would do that as quickly as I could 100 times, and then the last 8 I would do it as slowly and perfectly as possible, making sure not to touch myself with my hands as I roll through. Now the second sequence, once I've opened my stance, now this is the tough part, because once you've opened your stance now, you're going to stay in that stance for however long it takes you to finish. Normally it could take anywhere from an hour to 2 hours and 15 minutes to finish this. So it's a real killer if you're not used to staying in your stance. We always talk about doing our Siulim Tao slow and developing our stance, but a lot of times we don't actually practice it, we just talk about it. So this ensures that you get your at least hour in your stance. Now my second sequence then would be cross left over right, roll and pull, shoot right over left, roll, pull. Shoot left over right, roll, pull, right over left, roll, pull. My next sequence, what I would do is punch out, stretch open, snap, circle, close. Pull, punch, stretch open, snap, circle, close. So I would do that reasonably quickly. Hit, stretch, circle, close. Hit, stretch, circle, close 100 times. The last 8 slow and perfect. Hit, stretch, snap, circle, close. Pull, hit, stretch, snap, circle, close. Now my next sequence, what I would do is come out with tan, snap, circle, snap, trace backwards, fook, out, snap, circle, snap. That would be 1. And I'll come out again, here, circle, snap, back, snap, out, snap open, circle, snap. That would be 2. So I would be here. And I would do that 108 times. My next sequence, I would go pak, jing jiang, stretch open, snap, circle, close. Pull pak, hit, stretch, snap, circle, close. So it would go here. Okay, and I would do that 108 times. Now, the next bit that I would do, I'd go gum jang left, right, back, front. Again, I would go 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, what I'd like to do is alternate, so then I'd go right, left, back, front, and then in. Left, right, back, front, and then back up. So it'd go left, right, back, front, right, left, back, front. And I would do that 108 times. Now my next sequence, I would go left over right, chop out, right over left, down. Then right over left, chop out, left over right, down. So it'd be here. That would go 108 times. All right, followed by left over right, down, out, in, in. Right over left, jam, tan, jut, view, jut. Left over right, jam, tan, jut, view, jut. Right over left, jam, tan, jut, view, jut. So that's going to look like this. All right, my next sequence, I would go left over right, double punch, right over left. Hang sao, ding sao, sauking. Then I would go right over left over right. Hang sao, ding sao, sauking. So it'd be left over right over left, up, and then right, left, down, up. So that's going to go 108 times. Next I'd go cow sao, outside jet, chang jiang, stretch, circle, closed. Pull cow. Did you ever try to pull a cow? Outside jet, hit, stretch, circle, pull. So it'd be like here. And the last 8 slowly. My next sequence would be tan, gang, tan, snap, circle, hit, stretch open, snap, circle, closed. Pull tan, gang, tan, snap, circle, hit, stretch, close. Here. (108 times). Next sequence would be bong, tan, pow, stretch, circle, closed. Pull, bong, tan, pow, stretch, circle, closed. And what you want to do on this one is drive the bong forward, wrist on the center, whip down the tan, use your spine a little on the pow, stretch, circle, closed. Pull back fully, extend, whip down, hit, stretch, circle, closed. So try and make your hand whip the air. Okay, next sequence, tit sao, hit, both hands twist, both hands twist, both hands twist, 108 of these. The last 8 slowly, followed by 3 punches, 108 times. That would be 1, 2, and so on. Finally, you're finished. All right, now I'm going to show you how to do the Chum Q form 108. So it'll start the same way as the Siulim Tao. You'll do 108 repetitions of the Hoi 6 sequence. So you'd alternate left over right, roll, pull, right over left, roll, pull 100 times, and then the last 8 slowly and perfectly. And then again, you'd open the stance, shoot down, roll, pull, left over right over left, alternating 100 times as fast as you can, and then 8 times slowly and perfectly. Now, in this form, what we do is pivot with that first punch, stretch open, circle, snap, pull punch, stretch open, circle, snap. So this would be, for example, pull punch, stretch, circle, snap would be 1. Pivot, pull punch, stretch open, circle, snap, that'll be 2. So it'll be 3, 4, and so on. Now in your next sequence, what you're going to do is shoot out, double biu jong sao, turn to the left, left over right, pivot again, pivot a 3rd time. Shoot out, sink, jeep sao 3 times, jing jiang 3 times, and then return back to position. Now we'd go to the right, shoot out, turn to the right, right over left, pivot, pivot, chop out, sink, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and back to the center. So that'll repeat 108 times. Left over right first. And then right over left. Now next you're going to go into the lan sao, bong, lan, place, punch through, turn to the front, down, scrape, stretch, circle, snap sequence. Now I'll do the right. So I'll be lan sao here. I'll pivot, bong, pull, lan, place, punch through, turn to the front, chop, back down, snap down, stretch, circle, snap, and pull. So I develop a little bit of snap power that way. Lan, bong, lan, place, punch, chop, down, stretch, and again, lan, bong, lan, place, punch, turn to the front, down, snap down, stretch, and pull. Now in your next sequence, you'll pivot, make a fist, front kick out, drive the heel down, slide into bong, sink down. Step, bong, slide, uppercut, shoot, turn to the front, snap down, stretch, circle, snap, pull. Now the other side, kick, bong, sink. Step, bong, slide, uppercut, shoot, down, slide down, and stretch. So that looks like this. And that again would be done 108 times. 100 times fast, 8 times slowly and perfectly. Now in your next sequence you do triple kicks. Pivot, slide up, front kick, plant close, side kick, plant close, side kick, and land. Pivot through, front, side, side. Pivot through. And pivot through. Next, the double bong tan sequence. Step, double tan, rather double low bong, flip up tan. Step, slide, double low bong, flip up tan. Step, double low, double high. Double jet, feet together, po pai, stretch, circle, snap, and pull. Toi ma backwards, now the other side. Step up with the double bong, double tan. Bong, tan. Bong, tan. Jet, po pai, stretch, circle, snap, and pull. Toi ma through. Now in the next sequence, what I'm going to do is circle side kick, plant, circle side kick, plant, pivot through, and slide up. Now I'm going to go right circle side, left circle side, plant, pivot, slide. So it goes left, right, pivot, slide. Right, left, pivot, slide. My next sequence, what I'm going to do is practice pivot gum, raise punch. Pivot gum sao, raise punch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Next is the gum jang sequence. So what I'm going to do here is pivot gum jang, 2, 3, grab punch, pivot with the jet punch, back to center, stretch, circle, snap, and put away. Now I'll start with the right. Right, left, right. Grab punch, jet punch, put it away. And again, left, right, left, punch, punch, put it away. And then the other side, right, left, right, punch, punch, and then straighten up the stance and put it away. All right, now to practice the BUG form with the 108, what you'll do is you'll start out by doing the first two sequences the same as the Siulim Tao and the Chum Kyu form. In other words, you'll do the Hoi 6 sequence and then the Kwon Sao the same way. But once you're in position here, what you're going to do is start out with a pivot punch, open the hand, up, down, circle, in, out, circle, squeeze the hand, squeeze, squeeze, relieve the pressure, pivot punch, open, up, down, circle, in, out, circle, squeeze, 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 release, and pull punch. So that's the sequence. You'd open again and start again. That would be done 108 times, 100 times fast and 8 times as nicely and perfectly as you can do it. Now in your next sequence, you're going to do the Guaijiang elbow. 1, 2, 3, shoot, shoot, stretch, circle, squeeze, 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 release, pull, look towards the front, circle, and circle. Now the same sequence to the left. 1, 2, 3, place, shoot, stretch out, circle, squeeze, 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 release, and pull. Open the stance. So once again to the left. 1, 2, 3, shoot, shoot, stretch open, squeeze, 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 release, and pull. Turn to the front, circle the stance, and now to the other side. 1, 2, 3, place, shoot, stretch open, circle, squeeze, 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 and release. Pull, circle, and circle. Next sequence, we go Gangjam Sao to the left first, to the right, to the left, then down, Tut Sao Chop Kun, stretch, circle, squeeze, 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 release. Now you're going to go to the right, 1, 2, 3, down, shoot, stretch, circle, squeeze, 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 release. Back to the left again, 1, 2, 3, down, shoot, squeeze, and then to the right, 1, 2, 3, down, shoot, and then that finishes that. Next we go to the Fak Sao sequence. Up, 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 down, circle, shoot, place, shoot through, stretch, circle, squeeze, 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 release. And then on the right hand side, upwards, to the side, down, circle, shoot forward, circle, shoot forward, circle, shoot forward, place, punch through, stretch, circle, squeeze, 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 and release. Then it would repeat again starting with the left. Now in your next sequence, you pivot to the right with the Guaijiang, shoot, chambering, shoot low, turn to the front, chop, down, place, punch through, stretch, circle, squeeze, 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 release, and pull. Now you're going to go over to the other side, Guaijiang, shoot, shoot low, turn to the front, down, and finish it the same way, 108 times. Now the same thing, but this time you'll do it with the high shot coming through and finishing the same way. And then to the other side, here, and then the high shot finishing the same way. In your next sequence, you're going to shoot left, right, and left, chambering. Turn to a long bridge Changjian, turn to the front, down, and finish the same way. Squeeze, 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 release, and pull. Then you go with the right view, left, right with the chamber, long bridge, turn to the front, down, shoot, stretch, circle, squeeze, 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 release, and pull. And then again, you'd start with the left, and again 108 times. In your next sequence, you'll double grab with your thumbs here in the front. Turn the head, turn, long bridge grab, back to the front with the ginger fist, flip down, Pao Jiang, stretch, circle, squeeze, 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 release, and pull. Then to the right, double grab, turn back, flip down, out, stretch, circle, squeeze, 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 release, and pull. And then again, you'd start that sequence to the left. Your next sequence, you'll start with the Che Sao, going down to the left, back with the cross punch, Phoenix Eye, stretch, circle, squeeze, 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 release, and pull. Then you'd go to the other side, grab, turn down, hook punch, turn to the front, Phoenix Eye, stretch, circle, squeeze, 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 release, and pull. Again, 108 times. Each side counts as 1 rep. Now you'll go down with the sink, come up right, go down, come up left, go down, come up right, slide right, kick left, put down, kick, balance, and put down. Then again, you'll do that same sequence, go down, but come up with the left first. Go down, come up with the right first. Go down, come up with the left, slide left, kick right, plant, side kick, balance, and then put down. And once again, you'd start that sequence, sinking and coming up with the right first. All right, next I'm going to go into a sequence of 1,080 punches. So what I'll do is open my stance, And the first punch I'll work is the basic Wing Chun straight punch with a full chamber, Yachi Chongke. So I'll do 100 of these. All right, I would go on and finish a full 100. Next, I'd go into what's called Seongkyun. That's a double punch. So what I'm going to do is go right over left, then the next one I'll alternate to left over right. Now I would do 50 of these, which would be the equivalent of 100 punches. Next, leaving the right hand out, a full chamber near my chest, I'm going to go to a double punch here. Now I'm going to do 10 like that, switch sides, and 10 on the other side. Then I'm going to switch, and with an elbow chamber, a little bit shorter punch. Again, 10. Each one of those counts as 1. Then the other side, 10. Then I'll switch sides, and I'll put it up near my wrist. 10 of those, switch sides. So each set of 10 represents 20 punches. Now, next thing I'm going to do is go to a pivoting punch. So from position, what I'll do is pivot, straight punch. And I'm going to do 50 of those, followed by 50 what are called Jinkun, arrow punch. Slight upward tilt. All right, next is a double punch with Toma step slide footwork. So from position, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I'll pivot through, and again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm going to do that twice, so it'll be an equivalent of 40 punches. All right, the next sequence will be the same footwork. We're just going to substitute the arrow punch, Jinkun. So from position, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pivot through, and again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I would do that another set up and back, which would make 40 punches. All right, in the next sequence, I'm going to practice the Seongma advancing footwork with the double punch. So from position, what I'm going to do is turn the front foot, step slide with the double punch. And again, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'll pivot through, and again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now I'd turn around and do another set to make 40 punches. All right, next I'm going to do the Toima stance retreat with a single punch. So from position, I'll slide back, pivot punch. 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'll pivot through, and again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I would make 4 trips altogether to make 40 punches. All right, the next combination I'm going to work is the Samgotma triangle footwork with the double punch. So from position, I'm going to go step back, step forward punch, slide punch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I'll pivot through and go back 10 more the other direction. All right, next I'm going to the double punch with the Sipma or motion intercepting stance, circle step. So from position, I'm going to step to the side, circle punch, slide punch. Side circle 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'll pivot through, and again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now I would make that trip 2 more times so that I do an equivalent of 40 punches. All right, next I'm going to work the Chin Changma and Hao Changma bracing footwork. So from position, what I'm going to do is throw a punch as I pivot and step, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I'll back up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I would make 2 more trips for a total of 40 punches. All right, in the next sequence, we're going to practice the Loi Sin Wai or inside facing footwork. Now it's called inside facing because you step away and pivot back inward to face the center line. You step away and turn back in to face the center line. So that's why it's called Loi Sin Wai. You see why? Well, that's why it's called Sin Wai, because you seen why. Now what I'm going to do is step and face punch, step and face punch. So it'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'll do a total of 20 this way. Then I'll go to the ngoi sin wire outside facing. Step and face punch, turn away from the line and punch, and I'll do 20 of those. All right, next I'm going to pivot, chop kun, then tai kun, raising punch. Pivot, chop kun, tai kun. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2. So I'll do a total of 10, making 40 punches. All right, in my next sequence, I'm going to pivot, straight punch, then inside and then outside whip. So I'll practice the whip punches, fan kun. So I'll first pivot, straight punch, inside whip, outside whip like a figure 8. Pivot straight, inside, outside. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2. So I'll do a total of 10, which will actually work out to be 60 punches. All right, in my next sequence, I'll pivot with the uppercut, step slide with the hook, straighten my stance up with a downward hammer punch. So I'll go pivot, uppercut, step slide hook, straighten up. So it's going to go 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4. And I do a total of 10, which would make 60 punches. All right, in my next combination, what I'm going to do is pivot with Gyeong Ji Kun, ginger fist, and then Jing Ma, straighten up with Fung Nan Kun, phoenix eye punch. So I'll pivot, ginger fist, straighten up, phoenix eye. Pivot, ginger fist, straighten up, phoenix eye. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3. So I would do 10 sets of that, which would work out to be 40 punches. All right, the last sequence of the 1,080 punches is just a triple punch. So what you're going to do is put your fist out, and you're going to go here. 3 punches, but that counts as 1. So it would be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. So you'll do 50 of those. That'll work out to 150 punches. And by the time you're done, you will have done 1,080 punches. All right, next I'm going to show you a real grueling training method that I developed myself for developing your kicking skills, the snap, and as well as your endurance in your kicks. Now what I call it is the 1,024, because eventually you're going to end up doing 1,024 kicks in a row. And it could take you anywhere as up to 45 minutes to complete, but when you get real sharp and your endurance is good, you could get it done in about 20 to 22 minutes. Now what I do is I start with my right leg back. And first thing I'm going to do is follow a pattern. Front kick, side kick, round kick, reverse round kick. And that's going to go right throughout the whole series. It'll always be front, side, round, reverse round. The first thing I'm going to do is do 8 repetitions of a front kick. So I'll pivot the front foot, kick, slide. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then I'll pivot through and do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then I'll pivot through again. Now I'll do that same combination, or rather the same 8 reps, and I do it with a side kick. Now I'll just do a couple to show you what I mean. Turn the front foot out, side kick, slide. Front foot out, side kick, slide. And I would go 8 reps up and 8 back. So side kick, slide, pivot, side kick, and slide. My next combination would be round kick. So I'd turn the front foot, kick, then down. Front foot, kick, slide. I'd go 8 up and 8 back. Next, I'd go with the reverse round kick. Turn the foot, kick, slide. Turn the foot, kick, slide. 8 up and 8 back. Now again, following that pattern of front, side, round, reverse, I'm going to start with front kick combinations. The first of which would be front side. And I'm going to go turn the front foot, front kick, plant close, side. Again, turn the front kick, plant close, side. 3 and 4. then pivot through, and the same thing. Turn the front foot, front kick, plant, side. 2, 3, and 4. Now my second front kick combination, front kick, round kick. So I'll turn the front foot, front kick, plant close, round. And again, turn, front, round. I'll do 2 more, pivot through, turn, front, round. And again, front, round. Now my third front kick combination will be front kick, reverse round. So from position, I'll turn the front foot, plant close, reverse. Again, turn, front, reverse. 2 more, turn around and go back. Turn, front, reverse, turn, front, reverse. Then I would go to side kick combinations. My first combination would be side front. So I'd go turn the front foot, side, front, side, front. 2 more, turn around, side, front, side, front. And by the way, I'll be doing 2 trips, so up and back twice on each of these combinations. Now my next combination will be side kick, round kick. Turn, side, round. Turn, side, round. Pivot through, and again, side, round. Again, side, round. Then side, reverse round. Same thing. Turn the front foot, side, reverse round. From the other side, turn the front foot, side, reverse round. Then comes round kick combinations. So round front, round, front, round, front. Pivot through. The next one will be round side. Turn, round, side. Turn, round, side. The next one will be round, reverse round. Turn, round, reverse. Turn, round, reverse. And then you do that again all the way through. Then comes reverse round combinations. So I'm going to go reverse round, front, reverse, front. And I would do that all the way up and back twice. Then the combination would change to reverse round, side, reverse, side. And of course I would do that up and back twice. Then reverse round, round. Reverse, round. Reverse, round. And all the way up and back twice. Reverse, round, reverse, round. Next comes the skip kick combinations. So from the starting position, skip front. 1, 2, 3, and you do 8. Then you turn around and do 8 more, coming back. Now when that's done, skip side. 1, 2, 3, and I would do 8, coming back. 1, 2, 3, and then again that would go 8 and 8 twice, so 2 trips of 8. Then I'd go to the skip round. 1, 2, 3, and then of course 8, and all the way back with the round. And we go to the skip reverse round. 1, 2, 3, and then 8 of those, coming back, 8 more, 2 trips. Next I'll go into my skip front kick combinations. So remember it's front, side, round, reverse round. So I'd go front, side. So what I do is skip front, plant close, side. Again, front, side. 3 and 4. Then I pivot through and I do the same thing. Front, side, front, side, front, side, front, side. Then I'd go to front round the same way. Front, round, front, round. And I'd do that. Then I'd go to front reverse round. So I'd go front, reverse, front, reverse. Now I go to side kick combinations, or I should say skip side kick combinations. So I'd go skip side, front, side, front. 8 of those. Side, front, side, front. Then I go side, round. Side, round, side, round. Now side, reverse, round. Side, reverse, side, reverse. Remembering each combination, 8 kicks up and back twice. All right, now I'm going to go into the skip round kick combinations. So I'll start with skip round, plant close, front. And again, round, front. Pivot through, round, front, round, front. And remembering that, time and space doesn't permit me to do, but I'll do the whole 8 each time. Next, I'll go to round side. Skip round, side. Round, side. And the other side, round, side, round, side. Then I'll go to round, reverse, round. Skip round, reverse, skip round, reverse. Pivot through, round, reverse, round, reverse. And then last comes the reverse round combination. So I'll go reverse round front, and again, and I'd keep going. Then I'd come back with the same thing. Reverse, front, reverse, front. Then I would change the combination to reverse side. Reverse, side, reverse, side. And all the way up and back. Then it would change to reverse round and round. Reverse, round, reverse, round. So by the time you finish that, you've had a real good workout. You've done 1,024 kicks. All right, next I'm going to work on something that'll develop your short power, or Dun Ging, short punching exercise. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try shooting 2 punches without retracting my hand after the first. The first one I'll practice, I'll go chop kun, straight up to tai kun. So it'll go low punch, straight up to a raising punch. And work on that snap. All right, my next combination I'll do an uppercut and then a raising punch. Uppercut, raising punch. Uppercut, raising punch. Next I'll go uppercut, hook. Uppercut, hook. Now I'll try hook, raising punch. Hook, raising punch. Now I'll try chop kun to a hook. To develop that short pop. Now I'll go hook, hammer fist. Hook, hammer fist. Next I'll go uppercut, chop. Uppercut, chop. And uppercut, palm strike. Uppercut, palm strike. And last, hook, palm strike. Hook, palm strike. All right, this next exercise is going to help me develop my ability to use half turns. In other words, rather than using a full choma pivot with every block and strike, I'm going to use a half pivot and then a finish pivot, half and then finish to power a block and then a strike. So in the first combination, I'll half pivot with the pak, finish pivot, punch. Half with the pak, finish with the punch. Now my next combination, I'll half pivot jam, finish with the chop. Half jam, finish fun. Next, half pivot with the bong, finish with the lap fun. Half with the bong, finish with the lap fun. Next, I'll half pivot gum, finish with the raise punch. Half with the gum, finish with the raise punch. All right, with the next one, I'll half turn with the fook, finish with the lop punch. Half with the fook, finish with the lop punch. All right, the last combination we can practice is half turn with the dai bong, finish with the ginger fist. Half turn with the low bong, finish ginger fist. Now, any or all of these combinations can be practiced on the wall bag, where you do the block in the air, finish turn with the hit on the bag. Block in the air, finish turn with the hit on the sandbag. All right, next I'm going to show a mobility and body unity drill that I call L moving. So basically what I'm going to do is step slide with 2 punches and then occasionally open it out 90 degrees to the other side while moving. Opening it out and again opening it out. All right, next I'm going to show you an exercise that I've developed for developing the Bao Jia Ging, or explode power. Now, a lot of people think that Biuji is just a finger attack to the eyes, but what Biuji actually means is shooting fingers. Well, what we mean by shooting fingers can also mean the idea of your hand whipping through the air so that it actually makes a sound, it actually sizzles as it moves. So what I'm going to do now are a few different short sequences you can practice with a real relaxed power to try and whip your hand and literally try to make sound, make your hand sizzle through the air with its motion. So the first one I'll practice, I'll go from bong, whip down to tan. And then I would do that on both sides. In my second combination, I'll just go tan and whip down to gang. So I'm whipping up tan. In my third combination, what I'll do is chop out with fun sao, return back to the center with fuk sao. So it'll look like this. So you can hear that little whip. That means I'm relaxed enough. You'll never get this if you stiffen up. Now next I'm going to lan sao, fun sao, back to lan. So you hear that little whip as I extend, and also on the way back. Next, I'm going here, chum sao, fak sao. Whip down to chum, up to fak sao. Remember, if you can't pocket, fook it, and when you can't fook it, fak it. All right, now an exercise that was taught to me by my first teacher, George Yao, is a 4-way wrist whip. Now I have to use a little bit more distance when I do this than what he used to use. He'd be able to get that wrist whipping in an area about this big. Now what he used to do is whip down, up, across, and back. Now you can see I need about this much room. Well, George Yao used to be able to do it in about this much room. So what he would do in sticky hands, just when you thought you blocked him, he'd stick his hand right through in front of your face and just go like a fan. So it'd be right in your face, and you'd feel the wind like as if it was a fan. So there's a lot of whip power there. All right, now you can also do that with the ginger fist. Whip across, inward, outward, down, and up. Or here, downward, and then upward. So I'm snapping down and then cutting back up. Cutting down and then back up. Now that works well with cow sao into hang sao too. So I'm whipping a tight circle and then down and across. Tight circle by my ear and then down and across. Now I can also go cow sao, ngoi jut like in Siu Lim Tao. Okay? Another one would be upward elbow strike, guat sao. Hei jang, guat sao. Next, you can practice Phuc Sao. Like when you do sticky hands, throw it forward. All right, I'm going with another Phuc Sao combination. Upward this way, and then across with the long bridge Changjian. So it's very difficult, but you've got to whip across without any chambering of the elbow. So you might not get the same effect as far as sound is concerned, but you still have to practice it. So if it doesn't whip, Phuc it. Now, next, I'm going to do something from Siu Lim Tao. Remember in the Siu Lim Tao form, I go from Phuc to a short tan. So what I'm going to do here is whip Phuc, open it. All right, another sequence from Siu Lim Tao. Hang Sao, Ding Sao. Keeping the arms locked, whip down, whip up. This is also great for drying out your laundry. All right, that's all for now, so until next time, this is Randy Williams, wishing you the best, practice hard, and be the best in Wing Chun Kung Fu.
If you'd like to learn more in depth about the drills and techniques shown in both this tape series as well as my previous series, my 6-volume book set, Wing Chun Kung Fu, The Explosive Art of Close Range Combat, is available through Clean Ace Printing Press in Singapore.